The English weather has been treating us nicer and nicer as spring is approaching. We went away from the city centre to a town nearby in Manchester this weekend for a moderate hike.
This is the service to Oaktree. The next stop will be St Peter's Square.
The public transport in Manchester is not open except real strikes, which is likely to result in little or no train services. We usually opt for the most cost-effective means of transport to our destinations. Trains and buses are the top two choices, although I prefer to travel by tram if possible. The only thing that puts us off is the price of a journey by tram. I don't know exactly how the fares are calculated, but we spent £9.20 for a return, and each way was around a 30-40 minute journey. With that being said, I'm very cautious about my spending because I'm living on a tight budget and every penny matters. So in this video, I'll talk about money. I did my preliminary research on some economic concepts like cost of living, inflation, prices, etc. in my spare time because I was just curious about my spending in the UK's second largest city, Manchester. An official document from the UK's government website caught my eye, Rising Cost of Living in the UK. It was published earlier this year, which provides a detailed account of the changes in inflation in the UK in recent years. Apparently, I'm not a finance professional, and this is by no means a video to give you any financial advice. So, what is a cost of living? It refers to the amount of money required to sustain a certain standard of living. The general level of the prices of goods is often measured by the Consumer Prices Index known as CPI, which reflects the changes in prices of a basket of goods and services purchased by an average consumer. The cost of living differs from person to person due to different lifestyles. When the price of a certain item increases, take a cup of coffee as an example, it doesn't necessarily mean the cost of living will change massively. This brought me to another notion, inflation, referring to the rate of increase in prices of a given period of time. Say, I'm a coffee lover. If a regular latte increased from $2.50 to $3.50, it would have an adverse impact on my cost of living because I drink coffee regularly. However, it won't affect your life if you don't drink coffee. So this video is very personal about my spending. To give you a little bit more about my background, I share a flat with my friend in the city centre. I'm also a young graduate without so many savings but lucky no debts. Every penny counts to live and sustain my lifestyle. Here comes to a kind of philosophical question. Do I earn money to live for experience? To me, I suppose it's both, although it's fucking hard to balance if I had to be honest with you, but I'm slowly doing better this year, and this is also why I want to share this video with you. My first point would be a healthy diet because I know how important it plays in my entire life. It doesn't need to be something trendy or fancy. It simply requires you to buy good quality ingredients in your food shopping, eat a variety of foods, and consume less salt, sugar, and saturated and industrially produced trans fats. In order to achieve this, I make a weekly meal plan with my boyfriend and I stick to it. We also have a relatively flexible food shopping budget, so I know I don't overeat or overspend. People who know me might also know I barely eat out when I work in the office because my lunchbox is mostly prepared, so I can eat out less to save money and enjoy good food. Here comes the most horrendous part, renting in Manchester. Big cities in the UK are notoriously known for having a renting or housing crisis, so you need to be realistic. I ask myself many questions when I securing a place to rent. Would it be better to have a house or flat to share rather than a full property? Would it be more realistic if I can have the space furnished already so I don't need to buy any furniture? What's my budget for the rent and an upfront costs like the deposit, bills I need to pay including council tax, water, energy, and internet and other costs that are influenced by my choice of renting, like travel, food, and entertainment. The recommendation by the government would be 35% of your take-home pay, but obviously this depends on what your other goals are. like do you have any children to take care? Next comes a slightly more interesting topic, health. What I always keep in my mind is mental health is as important as my physical health. A lesson that I gained throughout my experiences is to spend quality time with people I care about and who also care about me. It can be a coffee chat, a quick bite, a yoga session, or a family visit back to China, etc. That being said, I also explored an app called Headspace, which I would like to recommend to anybody who is interested in how to manage your stress from your life and work. It is an English-American healthcare company specializing in mental health. Also, just to let you know, this is not an advertisement. If you watched my previous video, you wouldn't know I only started going to the gym when I was in the process of my dissertation writing, and I've been enjoying it so far, so no regret. I don't take a bunch of food supplements at all because I don't think they are necessary to support my health, although I might be wrong. I'm currently only taking vitamin D3 recommended by my doctor after running a couple of blood tests, which I found quite useful. Another thing that could boost my health is shopping. To your record, I'm not a shopaholic, although I do love shopping. A concept that I have developed now since I was financially independent is to shop responsibly, shop high quality and long-lasting items instead of fast fashion, and shop sustainably, like purchasing second-hand stuff. Those high street brands will not actually attract me because they're just expensive and I have better places to spend my money in my eyes. So I sometimes shop discounted items in the sale season, like summer sale or Christmas sale. I also use Vinted to sell my items that sit idle in my wardrobe, or shop a specific style if I need it. I recently bought some summer clothes from Taobao, a Chinese online shopping platform, which is pretty cost effective. Speaking of shopping, one of my essential purchasing will be skincare products. I have my favorite brands, some are dirt cheap while others might cost a little bit more. My favorite brands are CeraVe, Liz Oil, La Roche-Posay, and Caudalie. My skincare routine would be CeraVe Cleanser, Caudalie Essence or CeraVe Retinol, Liz Oil Moisturizer, CeraVe Eye Cream, and La Roche-Posay Sun Cream. Sometimes I also wear makeup to look a little bit more put together, but they are very long lasting, so I barely purchase anymore. Besides some of the necessities to live, I also like traveling, experiencing different cultures, and exploring this world. Those clips were taken by me from some of the trips I went on, including Spain, Germany, France, Northern Ireland, and my beloved country, China. In my spare time, I like outdoor activities like hiking and walks. One thing I want to highlight is planning. It's an effective way to save money and manage your budget on holiday. The last point I want to mention is saving/investment. It's important to look into this topic, but I'm not in a good position explaining this because it's not my specialization, and I don't want to mislead people. What I'm currently doing is using an investment app to manage some of my savings. It's been performing steadily, so I'm happy with it. Strong driver for me to reflect on my spending and make a video about how I manage my income derives from a recent breakdown that I had one night. I started thinking about why I had to live so frugally and budget everything, and what kind of life I really want to live in the long run. I didn't come up with an answer, but I know I'm on the right track. This is a video for me, and for anybody who is in a very similar position. You're fine. If not, you'll be fine. I'll see you next time. Bye.